Kill me! Put me out of my misery! Just kill me, please!
Hello everyone, I'm TG, and this is your home for garbage gameplay. Today we're going to be looking at a fun Annette build I like to call Sawbone Annette. It's also known as Dr. Annette, but Sawbone sounds cooler. I'll tell you a little bit about the build, and then we are going to see it in action in a match. So first, for my bioweapon skill, I'll of course be using Fury. I don't think I've ever seen a build utilize Bloodthirst effectively before. For my genetic mutation skill, I'm using Recovery over buffs, and I know what you're thinking. TG, you ignorant slut who uses Recovery. Well, it's the linchpin of this build. What it does is it'll heal zombies for 1000 HP a pop when you hit them with enhancers. That means each time you load an enhancer, you can effectively heal the entire group that you hit for 3000 HP. Now, Zombie Apocalypse, I'm using the efficiency variant over enhancement, and I will explain why in a minute. This is going to make it so our creatures cost virtually nothing the entire game, which is key. For Annette's first exclusive card, you can really use either or, but Tough Zombie Berserker can seem like a little bit of a waste, since you're going to be buffing zombies so regularly anyway. And what I really like about zombie dogs is when they're fully buffed, they are an instrument of pure chaos on the map. They're biting survivors from behind, they're running left and right, it just turns the whole thing into fucking Omaha Beach. Her second card is of course going to be Concentrated Enhancer, which in my opinion is the best card in the game. The only time you're going to want to use two detonators is when your Annette isn't level 24 yet. On to the important part, equipment. First, you want Fresh Blood 3, so your swarms of zombies are constantly getting that juicy 15-second bite off survivors amidst all this chaos that you're going to be causing them. You also need Resilient Skin 3, 2, and 1, which is what's actually going to give you the time you need to heal your creatures with the enhancer rounds, because without some kind of health buff, your creatures are just going to drop way too fast, and you're not even going to get a chance to heal them. On to the deck. Obviously, you want your deck loaded with enhancers. Regen and Berserker are required. I choose Energy Leech over Infection, but it's really up to you. Infection can be really viable because then the survivors are having to waste even more resources on blue herbs, and they're already going to be wasting resources taking your zombies down. Obviously, you want to use Efficiency Mod creatures and Energy Booster creatures. What this does is reduce all your creatures even more in conjunction with Annette's Efficiency variant. So that means my Dealer's going to cost 1, Jester's going to cost 2, Infectious Zombie is going to cost 1, Tough Zombie Infection is going to cost 3, and Liquor is going to cost only 5. 5 might still seem like a lot, but with Energy Booster, it's actually going to go down to 4. You could, in theory, switch out your Liquor with a partially armored zombie if you're really worried about your economy, but I think the Liquor is just such a distraction whenever it's on the map, especially because you're going to be constantly healing it with your enhancers. You create this undying, buffed up nightmare that the survivors are forced to deal with. One final note is never ever use detonators, because they never do what they're supposed to do, and all you're going to end up doing is blowing up your own army and ruining all your plans. So we're going to check out a match that I played earlier using this build and see how it goes. Okay, so we got January and Becca, that's always a pain in the ass, and a Martin. So Martin can pretty much stop any army in its tracks with his little stun baton. But we only got a level 17 baby Jill, so she's not going to have a rocket launcher, which means she won't be blowing every room to shit and ruining all my plans. So this should go pretty good, especially if they split up, which they tend to do a lot on this map, so we shall see. One thing to keep in mind, especially when you're using this build that maybe not everyone's aware of, is there's actually a cap to how many creatures can be on the map at one time. So if you take a look at my screen at the bottom right, you see the little 5 out of 8 icon. That's very easy to lose track of when using this build. And what happens whenever that cap is reached is, once you put a zombie down, the game actually deletes another zombie. So you're in effect just wasting your bioenergy. So just keep an eye on that. So I'm actually loading up a little farther back here. That way there's no safe haven whenever they break through the front. Just put my Dealer down back here. And I'm going to juice up the frontline troops with some Energy Leech, get some bioenergy back. And I'll give my Liquor and Dealer the Berserker. It's too late to save him. It's always a good idea if you have a large room like this to use at least one of your enhancer buffs on your army before you actually start to heal. That way the survivors aren't running into a room full of weak zombies. And we're going to take this time to reinforce the rear guard since we lost our brave Jester on the front lines. It looks like it's time to get some healing going here. Don't worry, little Liquor. Mama's got ya. Martin got his stun off, so we're gonna try and get some fresh creatures here up at the front. And we need another heal here on the little licker that could. Oh, that fire won't stop him. He already has the fire that burns in his heart. So as you can see, they've been forced to split up, which is exactly what we wanted. Just turn this light off. And this gives us another chance to replenish just while they're busy. And go ahead and try to load this top room up. Oh! From downtown! This man cannot be stopped. And perfect. And we get a chance to heal him to full here, I think. And you see why lickers are so important in this build, because they just don't have the resources to stop them. So, we're going to give him another one. And, oh, yes. Nibble at Becca's little bum. So Becca's down and the door's open, which means it's time to just dig in and chip away as much time as we possibly can. Oh, I just deleted my own licker there, which means I'm at the creature cap. January's fever skill's kind of wasted there, since I can't put anything down anyway. Oh, that's kind of not a very nice move there, Martin. Another stun, but yeah, it doesn't look like they have the resources to really finish any zombies off. Ooh, we got a little bonus here. And boom, thank you. And we'll lock you in. Get some healing going. So all the zombies are at pretty much full HP. That licker is just fucking going to town. Being the star of the show. The man can't be stopped. Round of applause, please. Our infectious zombies are doing a good job too. Whole team's pretty much infected now. And it's just a matter of waiting out the clock. Yeah, that's that. But it looks like Martin will probably, yep, get to the exit. So, as you can see, we got him down from 2.5 minutes to 0 in really not much time at all. And they're going into the second area with only 1 minute and 15. They're hurt, they're infected, and they're pretty poor. Which is really all a Mastermind can hope for at the end of the day. And I think... yeah, I think I'll put my licker down here as well as my zombie dogs. I'll also juice them up with Berserker. Now the zombie dogs might feed them a little bit of time, but what it is going to do is it's going to distract them. Just try to dig in Yorick here as best as I can. You can already see the licker and the zombie dogs doing their part. Just running all over the map, causing chaos. Kids are on their way, so we'll drop a few zombies. And the good thing is, when they do find Yorick, you can just shoot an enhancer at him and, you know, heal him to full. The man's good as new. Things are sufficiently messy. We're going to drop Big Daddy Birkin. Ah. You son of a bitch. Oh, baby Jill. Baby Jill, I'm coming. Oh, he escaped. And our friend has joined us for a licking. Jeez, January just can't catch a break. Respect the pipe! Oh, tough zombie with the assist. And you see, they can't really help her because they're too busy dealing with the licker and the zombie dogs over there. Which is why they're man's best friend. Looks like that's just about it. Oh, they killed my licker. That's alright. He'll be back to lick again another day. Just in case, we'll throw a few more zombies down here. Yeah, that's that. So you see, what this build does is it constantly drains their resources. It's not so much about damage, it's more just a war of attrition. Oh, poor Martin. So, I'm TG. If you like what you saw, you know what to
Well,
do.
this took
If
some
not,
time,
eh,
but at least it is
keep it
done.
sleazy.